Hello, this is Nitin Dahad with the Times. I'm here in the final day of HiPEAC 2026 in Krakow in Poland, and picking up some views and interesting perspectives from some of the attendees here. And one of them, and actually, is Dolly Sapra. Hello,
Yeah.
Dolly.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Enjoying it here.
Okay, and Dolly, what do you do here? So what's your role?
So I'm assistant professor at University of Amsterdam in Parallel Computing Systems Group.
Yeah.
And I was here to give a talk on my work and also to meet a lot of colleagues that I've met in my journey and just talk to the community basically.
What I'm going to ask you is just a little bit of a précis of what you presented, and that hopefully should highlight some of the work you get involved with at the University of Amsterdam.
Yes, so I'm working on self-adaptive AI models.
Okay.
So here I was presenting self-adaptive models and why we need them for small systems, edge AI systems. So the basic thing is that a lot of devices don't have a lot of power all the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes they have more power, sometimes they have less power. And for example, if you have a drone going over sea, surveilling the boats maybe, and at some point the weather changes. So it needs all its resources to fly and not really look at the sea anymore, just get back to the station.
Yeah.
But in those situations, is it possible to run some intelligence?
Yeah.
So if we have adaptive AI models, we could then run them on these situations also. So we don't need big models all the time.
No, I mean, to me, we talk about these things on a daily basis because as media, we're thrown those things by all the big companies. So what's the reality of self-adaptive AI models today, and what's your research doing that's not already being addressed?
So, I mean, adaptivity itself is a slightly new concept.
Okay.
I started working on it during my PhD.
Okay.
And at that point, we were looking at it from a very naive perspective.
Okay.
Just have many different models that are small, big, depending on what's the situation.
Right.
But now that we have better training techniques, we started to look at, okay, how can we just change the model itself? Why do we need so many different models? Use a lot of memory in the end. So we started to look at different ways of having the model itself that can change.
Okay.
And it's a very new research area in that sense. And even here, I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So they're looking at the edge devices, but they're not really looking at adaptivity. They're looking at making the model smaller.
Okay.
Not something that can be adaptive. So adaptive is not just compression. It's
How do
also
you make something
growing.
adaptive?
You just allow it to behave differently in different scenarios.
So it's not the same as reinforcement learning. It's very different, yeah?
It is different. So there is no self-reflection going on at the runtime.
Okay.
Everything is done at the design time, but the model is created in such a way that it can adapt to its environment.
Okay. And did you present any examples in your paper?
No, so I do more of fundamental research.
Okay.
So it's about making the model adaptive. And here actually I'm talking to people where it can be used.
Got it. Okay.
So like, for example, in medical devices, so it can be useful that when the machine is plugged in, you can run a very big model. But if you take this device to a rural area, then you probably don't have all the resources that you need, and your AI model should still be capable of doing something, if not the big things.
Now, this is your first time at HiPEAC.
Yes.
What's been your impression in terms of the conversations you've been having?
It's a very collaborative environment.
Yeah.
So what I like here is that I can talk to people what they are working on, what they are presenting, and how they see the future, like what they want to work on next.
Okay.
So that has been different here than from, let's say, the big conferences that I have attended in the past, where there's so much going on that you're just running to different things. Here, there are many workshops going on in parallel, but they are like smaller. There's real discussion happening in those workshops. So that I've really enjoyed here.
And is there anything that caught your eye? Because I know we've been going around the poster sessions and the workshops and everything.
Yes, so something called agentic AI caught my eye.
Okay.
So in my mind, I thought it's just AI agents.
Yeah.
But that's not what agentic AI is.
Okay, what is
It's
it?
AI devices or the AI systems having agency.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
And then there can be multiple agents there that could be providing this feature on this AI system.
Okay.
And to me, my self-adaptive AI models fit very nicely into this agentic AI concept.
Got it.
So I'm going to explore it further when I go back. So I
Okay.
only heard about it yesterday, and it really struck me as something that I can see where my work can fit in very
Correlates
nicely.
with. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting. Now, we were having a discussion yesterday at a more higher level, philosophical level, in terms of like some of the myths around AI and general public, general awareness, and this whole talk about energy and sustainability. But I think you had some very strong sort of opinions on that, which when I say strong, I mean
I have.
So I think it'd be just interesting to sort of say what you wanted to say around busting some of those myths.
Yeah, so one of the things that we discussed, the energy consumption and the sustainability. So right now, where AI companies are standing, so I have to say, the big AI companies versus the AI model themselves, they are not always connected.
Okay, yeah.
And they are not always connected on the energy consumption side. So what I see is that these big companies want market capture at this point,
Correct.
and their models are really big.
Yeah.
And here, because HiPEAC is a systems conference,
Yeah.
and all the people who are working in systems know that this is not sustainable. Like the kind of energy that's being used by AI right now is not sustainable in the long run. So all the people here, in some way or the other, are trying to reduce the energy consumption. Like that is one of the thread that I see is very is common through most of the talks that I have attended here. That how do we make sure that these AI models consume less energy? And it's the whole stack that needs to be optimized. So some people are working on hardware. I'm working for the AI model itself.
Correct.
So when I say self-adaptive, I'm also looking at how they use less energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think in the future we would need to go more in this direction. That instead of making bigger and bigger AI models, start looking at how to make smaller models still effective.
Okay, and what's your sort of big takeaway from this? Obviously, the collaborative nature, the real systems work that's going on. But what's your big takeaway, and what's next for you?
Oh, I've talked to a lot of people about collaborating, so let's see where that goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully something, so I will follow up later and see where that goes. But I do think that sustainability is going to be a key factor in a lot of work that we will be doing in the near future.
All right. Well, Dolly, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.